Hey, Brian.
Perfect.
Thanks for taking a few minutes out. So we're catching up with you in Charlottesville the night before you leave for Nashville. Is that right? On your big trip across the country?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time. Tell people who you are and how we met.
Um, my name's Brian. I'm actually a door-to-door salesman right now, so that's kind of how we met. We took a trip down to Virginia Beach, and I happened to knock on Allie's door, and so this is actually how we met.
Yes,
So
actually, you saw your first snake at our house.
yeah, that too.
He
Interesting
was competing with
experience.
you. That
He
snake was competing
was
with you because it eats bugs and other stuff. And
exactly. Luckily, I won.
you did. You got
Yeah,
the sale. You beat the snake.
luckily, I did. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the most interesting and probably the weirdest way I probably would have met anyone who's been this far in my life, to be fair. So, but yeah, that's kind of how we met, just off the doors. Out
Yeah.
of the 1,000 people I probably talked to or met, it was probably just meant to be. It was
Yeah.
destined.
I think so. I came outside and you were shooting hoops with Ben, and we just got to talking because you mentioned you're in sports. You're a footballer, so soccer here for people in the US.
Yep.
And I was like, well, that's interesting. And I think you actually asked me what I do.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I said, what's called like, what'd you do for a living? Because I know your husband was in the military
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And we move around a lot. So you actually asked me what I do. And then I told you about coaching, performance coaching, high performance coaching. And then I love working with athletes, but lots and lots of different people. And that's when one thing led to another. And we just got to talking a little bit more. So my whole, I guess, purpose of wanting to touch base with you before you leave tomorrow for Nashville to start this next chapter of your life
Yeah.
is to just give you a chance to share with people anything that you have, any tips for anybody who's going through a rough time and they're not sure how they're going to put one foot in front of the other. So if you don't mind, your story is incredible. You don't have to share all the details. People can come to know that in time, but you were not feeling it exactly
Yeah.
when we met.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like before I even started this job, one thing that really helps me like keep going forward, even during COVID or the times where I've been alone, it's honestly hope and faith. Those two words carry me throughout this entire journey just because without hope, I don't think humankind would really exist because like every day someone's waking up and they're living their life because they're hoping something's going to happen or they just want something. That's why they go to work. Hopefully they make more money, they want to provide for their family. So that's kind of what keeps me going because for me hopefully I become a professional footballer, and
Mhm.
so that's why I'm able, or that's why I put every foot or a foot forward every day, just because I'm hoping that the results or the things I'm doing every day is going to lead up to my eventual goal of becoming a professional footballer. And then just having that hope and that faith that whatever you're doing is going to keep keep progressing, and hopefully one day it's going to be what you want it to be. And so that's why even during the darkest times, it seems like it's hard, but you just have to think in the bigger picture where if I just have faith in myself and just keep believing that hopefully what if I just get out of this tough time, just do whatever I need to do, even if I don't feel like it, just do it. It's gonna work out in the bigger picture, and then you'll hopefully get your goal in the bigger.
Yeah, that's something you're known for, right? Is discipline.
Yeah,
Is you have said your coaches really trust you. They know they can count on you. And you said, when you're playing defense, that you're calm under pressure and you think strategically. So this seems to be something that you're drawing from your athletic career and you're applying to your everyday life. But as you've just pointed out, like not every day is easy. There
yeah,
will be days where it feels like, what in the world am I doing? 110 degrees in Virginia. It's no joke what you did this summer,
yeah.
dropping you into a neighborhood and be like, oh, yeah, just go knock on, 100 doors and you've been soaked through in the rain.
Yeah. It's especially when you have to wait for your ride since you don't drive. You just have to try to tough it out as best as you can, even if no one's being nice to you or the weather's not being nice to you. You just have to tough it out because no one's going to help you through that. The only way to go is go forward and just do the best you can with the situation you're in, really.
I don't know if you remember when we kind of like sat down and we're like, okay, let's talk about this for a minute because I can't help myself. Connecting with interesting people. You are so good at being self-aware and articulate, extremely articulate person. So you have that as your advantage. And you were talking about, how you actually like a tied game because you like the challenge of a tied game. You don't really like being way out in front. It's not as interesting for you. And that led us to talking about, okay, what things can you be thinking about when it feels like the going is getting tough? And I don't know if you remember the 3 words that you picked.
I definitely did. All right. Choice, choice, challenge, and chance. Those are
You're
3
exactly
words.
right. Yeah.
Yep. And for me, those 3 words actually help a lot because at each house I really look out. First, I make the choice. I'm like, oh no, actually, it goes chance first for me personally. I
Yeah.
go, is there a chance they'll buy? And if there's a slight chance, even like a 1%, I'm like, okay, now I have the choice. Do I want to go up to the door or do I just walk right past it? Because there's a chance. So now I just have to make that choice. And then the last part, if I make the choice to go up, well, now I accept the challenge. So now I go for it. There's a chance for it, and I made the choice. Now I just have to accept the challenge and just go to it. Just do it.
I love that. And how has that helped you this summer? I mean, we met like almost 2 months ago. How have
Yeah.
things kind of evolved for you this summer since that first time we met?
Honestly, it's helped so much. It's just changed my mindset at everything. Like normally I would just skip past houses, just not even think about it, just not knock. And whenever I do feel like it, I'll knock. But now I look at the house, or in this case, like I'll look at a challenge and
Mhm.
I'll be like, is there a chance it could go my way? And if it does, then I just make the choice. And if most of the times, if there is a chance, then I'm gonna say yes and take the challenge. And then I just go for it head on and just hope for the best.
Yeah. And you did that with school. You did that with, applying to college and taking a chance on that. I mean,
Yeah.
what's coming up for you going forward? What do you have on your horizon?
So yeah, I got accepted and I'm verbally committed, I believe. The coach wants to sign me. I have all my financial aid filled out. And so all I really need to do is go over there, start training with them. And so just hope for the best. Hopefully I could earn more scholarship money as well. And we win nationals this year with them.
That's just amazing. What should people know, I guess, about how to support a young person who is just really struggling to find their way forward? What would you say is helpful and what might not be so helpful that people have done?
Well, one thing I would say is most people, well, I wouldn't say most people, what I struggled with personally, especially when I was younger, is my future. And
Mm.
so if that's something where someone's struggling with, it's where they're overthinking a lot, I would just say, honestly, it's hard to stop overthinking it, but it's not in your hands. You can't really do much about it until you get to that point. And so I would just say focus on what you can do right now
Mm.
and just think about the bigger picture. Think about the small details in life right now. Just do what you can do to hopefully improve your future. And if you're struggling, I would just say, like, yeah, no, it's not pretty sometimes, but you do have to face those darkest moments in order for you to be able to reflect back on it and just build yourself back up. Because I've hit my lowest already, and even though I'm still kind of down there, there's only a way up I see now. And so just you gotta hope for the best, keep faith in yourself that things will get better and things eventually will, because you're at the lowest already. The only things that can happen are good things, really, because you've been through hard stuff already. If someone's mean to you,
Yeah.
small thing, like it's certain things that shouldn't affect you if you've already been so low already.
Yeah. It is hard to have that hope, isn't it? When you feel really low, you can't really see across the horizon when you're down in the shadow of the hill, huh?
Yeah.
It is hard to put one foot in front of the other to climb up that hill.
Mhm.
You've met some people and everyone that you've talked to, you've really impressed.
Yeah. Hopefully.
How does that
Yeah.
make you feel?
It feels amazing because for me personally, I'm someone who deals on impressions. And so I want to leave everyone that I meet on the doors or anyone that I sell to just with a great impression that I'm trustworthy, that because
Mhm.
I've never tried to lie to anyone I sell to. Like, even if they just be like straight up, what's the price? Like, they want to buy, I want to make sure that they're okay with what we do, and that to build that trust so that they know what they're getting themselves into. Even if they don't ask me, I want to
Yeah.
make sure that I leave that impression where I'm trustworthy. I just want to make sure you're doing what's best for you. And so, yeah, I just
Yeah.
hopefully just have a good relationship with everyone that I really do meet.
Putting the customer first. And you told me about all the work that you did on the plane just coming over here to get ready for this job.
Yep.
I mean, holy cow. And you really put your best effort into everything that you do. And I am certain with that kind of work ethic and with your hope and faith, I am certain that you're going to keep opening doors for yourself going forward 100%.
Yeah.
How can
Hope.
people support you going forward and also maybe even find you? And I'm hoping even when you become famous, you'll touch base with me every couple weeks or so and we'll have like just a little
Yeah.
chat on how you're doing. Would love to keep following your story. I work
Oh, yeah.
with people all around the country, so you cannot escape. I will be able to reach out and find you, and I want to
Yeah.
know what you're doing. So how can people follow you and support you and see what you're up to?
Well, I'm mainly on Instagram. I mean, if they want to find me there, it's my name, Brian Lieu. There's no spaces, no capitalized. And then hopefully I will keep in touch with you. I mean, I won't forget anything that's happened just because you've helped me so much, and there's so much that you can help me with as well. And so, like, I don't know why I would just forget about that. So I definitely
Meanwhile, I
will.
just told the whole world that I'm like going to creepily stalk you and follow your progress.
I mean,
I'm on record.
I'm totally fine with that. To me, that just means you care a lot, which I'm forever grateful for.
Yeah,
Just to
absolutely.
I had met you 2 months ago and you care that much is amazing, and I'm just appreciative about that.
Well, people are so excited here in Virginia Beach to just keep following you and your story and wish you nothing but the best. Drive safely. I
I'll
think
try
the
my
worst
best.
drivers might be here in Hampton Roads. I hope I
Oh
don't get canceled
yeah,
for doing that, but yeah,
yeah. I mean, we. I'm not gonna lie. We were braking at a Taco Bell and we witnessed the crash happen. Just
really.
right in the intersection. Yep. So
Yeah,
it's
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 too bad. People need
it's
to drive
dangerous.
safer, don't they? Stop like they need
Yes.
for Forza, the video
Uh,
game. They're drifting.
yeah. It's dangerous out here.
It is.
It's
It is.
scary.
It's nuts. So enjoy your trip across the country
Definitely
and
will.
keep us posted. And thank you for sharing, a few minutes of your last night in town with me. I really, really am honored that you would spend that time and looking forward to seeing what's next for you.
Yep. No worries. Thank you so much for having me and being
Oh,
able to
you're
talk to me.
welcome. You're
All
welcome.
right. Thank you. Yeah.